Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Shaman King Flowers episode number 6 reaction. So the previous episode, one of the biggest information got revealed. That is Hana, apparently he lost his life before. We got a little flashback alongside it and we saw what happened. And he was brought back because of How. And to do that, How had to put in an Oni inside of him, and like whenever he is like in the brink of death, Dhoni gets triggered and it like comes out. So that is currently what's happening now, because Luca and what's his name, Hana were fighting, and he got hurt like quite a bit. He was bleeding out, and that is why little by little, like, it went in steps. At first he like called in like those smaller Onis, then the bigger ones, then the Oni from Mount Osore, and then finally this one. And this is the only one that has been implanted by How. And in the ending flashback, we get to see that what happened actually, like when he lost his life, he he got transported in front of How, and How's just sitting there looking at him while he's just a kid, just don't know what's happening, just bewildered looking at him. So I wonder if we're going to continue from there. I'm very interested in seeing what happened after that, like how reacted to it, and like what happened, like like what type of like conversation did like Hana and How have at that point of time, if they had any. Anyways, let us begin then. This is episode number 6. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is a preference, and let's begin. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, there we go. Hmm. I'm very curious as to what that corn is. Okay. Here we go. We're continuing. Well, oh, he didn't recognize him. Bruh. Wait, what? Is he? Wait, he's calling him dumb. Aho? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there they are. Oh, they also died. Hmm. Hmm, it's not that easy. Oh, yeah. I was just saying this in the previous episode. Like their bronze family used the forbidden technique. One condition. Okay, prevented. Oh, taught me the techniques given. I see. That is why. Gold war beans. Bro. Oh my god. Oh, it's okay. That's good, I guess. What? Oh no. Oh my god. Wait, wait. Erase memory, use mini and. Oh no. They took Amidamano. Great. What? Ah, right. Yeah, I guess like we kind of know who they are, but don't know who they actually are. Rivals in the flower of maize. She knows about it? Oh, well, Johan doesn't know about it. I'm guessing she knows. I doubt that. The, right. Okay, can you please. Wait, what the. What are you doing? Hmm. Wait, did he forget? Oh no, he forgot. Did they take that part of the memory as well? Oh no, I guess that's just a way of talking. Oh, he's just that's just his way of talking. Bruh. Mm. Yeah, you need hard work as well. Okay. Oh, Tama was here. Yeah. She knew nothing about what's going on, basically. Like, I guess she knows about it, but didn't know who they're dealing with. Oh, Ryu is here. Cheh. Oh, he's here. I was wondering if he was here, he would be very happy. Right, so. eh, Red 7 serum. Wait. Um. Oh god, I've forgotten the names. I need to check. Huh. Right, she probably was hiding something. The way her face changed. Oh, he just assumed that. Okay. Like her face changed when they asked her about. Hmm. When God won't build her. Wow, that is crazy. Maybe that is why he wanted him to control it. Hmm. Yeah, that is also another problem. Right. What flower shop? Okay. Hmm. What is that? Food? Yeah, probably food. Bruh. Pampadour Fest. East. Wow. Wouldn't so true. And okay, calm down. He basically came himself. Yeah. Hmm. Oh yeah, the I forgot the name of the group. What was the name? Like the group John was the leader of. Oh my God, Hanaguri. Well, what can we do about that? Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Do you? Yeah. Yeah. Basis. Yeah, that is true. Hmm. Okay. Flash of Munster. Who are these people? Wait. Oh, these two. I remember them now. Those two kids. Oh, I was like, where have I heard the names before? It's those two little kids, aren't they? What? What? Why? What is happening? Why are their eyes black, vacant? Okay, what is happening? It's those. I'm pretty sure it's those two. Red Sip and Serum. Oh yeah, yeah, yes. She couldn't talk. What? They're keeping an eye on? Why? They were pretty. Yeah. Yeah, their eyes are kind of vacant. Mickey's a spirit. Yeah. Oh. But okay. Hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's exactly what happened. Yeah. Yeah, I'm also curious about that. Who? Oh, okay. So, who's this? Oh, this guy. He comes in the opening. I've seen him in the opening, so his hair is crazy. Oh boy. Well, you're gonna have a fist fight or something? Because he cannot use his oversoul. Oh no. Yeah, you cannot use your. Oh god. Yeah. Well, I don't think so, but Oh boy. Okay. Hmm. And that was that. So that was episode number 6. Now, today's episode was basically the aftermath. So what happened after that? Amidamar was taken by the enemy, and like we don't know why he has been taken. What's the reason? Like what are they planning to do with him and all that? None of that we know. However, yeah, like now, like Hana is in trouble because he's not really accustomed to fighting without Amidamaru. Also, another thing that happened in today's episode was the whole Seiram and Red Seb. I think that whole thing. Okay, at first I couldn't recognize them by just hearing their names. I was like, oh, wait, those two names seems familiar, but I don't remember them. Who are they? And then when I saw them, I'm like, oh, it's these two. The brother and the sister in the end, in the final, like part of Shaman King, the first story. Those two. I don't really remember much about them, but I do remember the whole golem situation and all that stuff. How they were antagonistic towards us first, and then like they kind of helped us out. And I do also remember that he was like, I think he was trained like God damn it, both of them were trained by Yo's father, weren't they? Wait a minute, let me just check. Uh, Asakura Yo. No, let me just check Red Sep. I think I'll just get. Uh, okay, yeah, Red Sep. I'm pretty sure he was trained by. Yeah, he was trained by Yo's dad, Asakura Mikihisa. Oh yeah, that's his name, Mikisa. Oh yeah, that's true. Like I also didn't recognize that name when they mentioned it. I forgot. It's been so long. I've watched Shaman King. I've forgotten most of the names and stuff. So yeah, like I do remember all of that. However, maybe like a few of the details I've probably forgotten. Either way, the thing that was shown here is that they have taken Alumi in as hosts. However, the thing about them is that they're acting weird. So they're keeping an eye on Alumi, and also Alumi suspects them because, as she said in the bathroom, she said something like, "Where is that part?" Um, that I don't trust them. Okay, where's that part where she talks about Mikihisa? Here we go. Haven't you noticed? Grandpa Mikihisa's spirit isn't here, even though it should be. Okay, so that, and also the way they were acting were pretty damn suspicious as well. Like they're talking in a weird way, like when okay, you know what? I'm just going to read this part. Okay, Almi comes home. Okay, Redsep, I think that's his name. Says good evening. You're pretty late, Almi-chan. While okay, sorry, it was a busy day at school. Did you already eat dinner? Now, yeah, did Seb and Seiram. There you go. Of course not. We don't eat dinner until we close up. Okay. Alumi-chan is an honored guest and who we are hosting for Anna-san. Right. My brother was worried about you. Bath is ready. Go ahead. Okay, and you can see Seiram's eyes are just blank. It's vacant. And I'll make you dinner. And like she goes in and both of them looks like in a weird way. They're like, oh, take your time, this is your home. Okay, either this is some kind of a full misunderstanding and like some kind of a big troll that is going on. I've seen anime do this multiple times. They make characters extremely suspicious and in the end it ends up being something extremely stupid, and you're like, what the hell, this was what was this about? Like maybe they're like preparing some kind of a welcome party or something, that's why they're acting that extra suspicious, and they're trying to keep it hidden, that's why they're acting like that in a secretive manner. And something like that. Or this is like something really is going on. I'm not really sure which one it is, because Alumi seems pretty sure that something weird is happening here. These two are not the same. So, like I'm saying, it can either go it can go in either direction. Either this is a whole misunderstanding, and they're just it's just going to be something like pretty damn normal, like, oh, they were planning and like a surprised welcome party or something. That's why they were acting like that, or something weird is happening. Either of it. So let's wait for that and let's see. Because I don't know, I don't see these two acting. Why would they even go against us? Like, they themselves said that, yeah, Anna told us to take care of you and all that. Like, and even Anna recommended them. So it's just, I don't know what kind of a reason there would be for them to, But either way, let's wait. Okay, that was the one of the important things in this episode. Is there anything else? Let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah, obviously the most important thing is Amidamaru. He got taken, and these guys, or this guy, he took Amidamaru, and you can see he's saying that, oh, I didn't expect them to bring out that Oni, and he used 3 cards, as he said. So, let me read this. Yizmini, that's the first one. Erase memory and view the soul. Okay, infinity. View the soul, infinity, erase memory. I can understand the erase memory. They probably erase like that. Okay. Yizmini. Hmm. Okay. That. Right, and he took the memories, and he is like, oh, it's going to be a matter of time before he gets his memories back. So that obviously is another big thing that happened here. All right. Another thing, in the end, we get to see this guy, and he comes in, and he has an oversoul of an Oni as well. And I'm guessing Hana didn't realize that he was also someone who can use oversoul. Like, he just thought that he came to pick a fight with him or something. That's why he was like, oh, you want to go? Come on, let's fight. And as soon as he brings out his oversoul, Hana's like, wait a minute. What? He probably thought it's just going to be a normal dude, just picking a fight with him. He didn't expect him to take out his oversoul, I guess. And yeah, that is why. And I do wonder now what's going to happen, because he doesn't have Amdamar with him. So even though he might be strong in a fight, he couldn't go toe to toe with with an oversoul, like, by himself. Like, it's pretty. But I do. You know what? There is one way he could go against it, if he calls the Onis again. Like, I'm not talking about the Dark Oni. I'm talking about all the other ones, the mini Onis, the big Onis, and then we have the Oni from Osore, Mount Osore. He was able to call them out, and obviously they weren't, like, these Onis aren't from How. These are from his mother, I'm guessing, Anna. And yeah, I think he can call them. Maybe he'll figure out how to do that in the next episode, and that's how we're going to see, like, the battle. Like, that's how he's going to fight. Because that's the only thing that I'm thinking. Like, that's the only thing that is left here. He doesn't have his oversoul now. He doesn't have Amidabaru now. Either he trains and becomes a fighter capable of fighting without any oversoul, just hand-to-hand combat or something, or he learns how to control the Onis. Not the Dark Oni. I don't think you can control it, or maybe even if you can control it, it'll be way in the future, not now. But I'm talking about the other ones. Either of these two, or if somehow we can recover Amidamaru before he needs to fight. But literally in the next episode, I'm guessing these two are going to have a battle. So I think he might use the Onis. Let's wait and see. Or he's just going to get defeated. Either of it. Okay. Anything else? No, I think that is it. Yeah, that was it. That was this episode. That were the those were the important sections of this episode. And yeah, it's let's see. Like it's interesting. There's like a lot of questions that popped up today. Who are these people? Obviously, what exactly is the flower of mace? What's happening with Red Seven Serum? Why are they acting weird? Is it like a false, like a false flag, or is it like something like really like concerning is going on over there? Um, then obviously the matter with Hana, how Hana is going to fight now, that whole thing, the new character that came in the end, and obviously for now, I guess like we are good with what was her name? Luca, yeah, Luca and Johanna. Like we were good with Johanna from the very beginning almost. However, Luca we had a little bit of trouble with, but now she has also kind of apologized, and she's like, yeah, it was because of me that all of this happened. I was vulnerable. I let them control me. So that is also okay now. So yeah, everything seems, yeah, like everything seems not good, but at the same time, I guess it's not bad either. Like we just have to deal with this situation, right? So yeah, there you go. That was this episode. Now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the first section, we get to see that part where Hana had lost his life and he's in front of Hao. I love how Hao at the beginning was like, like why is a random kid over here? And then he kind of puts everything together and he's like, okay, so looking at your face and your attitude and the fact that you're here makes me think you're those two kid, aren't you? And Hana was just calling him Aho. I'm guessing it's like a dummy. I doubt that was what he was doing. He's a kid. He's probably just like making noises. But that's how it seemed like. He's calling him Aho. Oh my god, that's funny. Right. Now, and then I wasn't expecting this as well, like where we get to see Anna and Yo as well was called in. And I do wonder, like, like what, like, we've seen these two are too strong, Anna and Yo. Like they were even killed in that. Like we saw like what happened there in the flashback. It was like a helicopter. I think it like shot rockets at us. I guess it's like basically like a rocket. I guess it was, even if you're a shaman, if you get hit, you're gonna die. I guess. But I don't know. Like like still, like it's just interesting. Like like someone like Yo. I guess they were probably trying to protect Hana. That's why they got caught in that as well. And that's why if they were like completely alert or something, maybe they wouldn't have died. I don't know, or they deliberately died just so that they could follow Hana to the afterlife and talk to How. I don't know. I either of it. But yeah, still, it's kind of bizarre to think about the fact that these two we've seen in Shaman King, the first Shaman King, the first series, and we've seen how strong Yo was, and they get killed by like a helicopter at the end. Like okay, like but then again, like I said, I guess it makes sense. Like even if you're a shaman, if you get hit by like a rocket, you're gonna die. It's not going to help you, I guess. But yeah, either way, they come and they're like talking to How Long, and Anna's like, come on, what's the wait, like quickly, like like put us back in Earth again. And How was like, oh, it's like it's not that easy, and since your body was torn into shreds. Okay, another thing he kind of says that, oh, so you guys, has the world tour opened your eyes? And he says your user's pacifist movement can't change a thing. So yeah, it's pretty obvious what they have been doing up until now. I think I said this before, like looking at a previous episode kind of explained it. It was self-explanatory. So these two are going throughout, like going around the world, like especially in places where there's like wars and stuff, probably to change the situation and make things calm down. But they themselves got caught in that crossfire over there, and they had Hana with them, so that's why this happened. And I guess it kind of makes sense why they left Hana at home with Tamao after that, because obviously after something like this, who's going to take their kid again into a war zone? Obviously they won't. And Anna and Yo probably has a lot of things to do. They don't have any amount of time. That is why they have left Hana with Tamao, and they themselves are like alone traveling the world, because they cannot take Hana with them, at least not until Hana himself grows stronger, and he becomes able to take care of himself. Then if he wants to, I guess he can join them. I don't know even if he's going to do that, but that is a possibility, but not now, in no way. And this is the thing, I feel like this kind of what can I say, like obviously, like the only show that I remember, no, not the only show I would say, but no, multiple shows, like there's this whole thing about shonen main characters and their dad, like just their dad just goes away, that whole joke. It happened in Hunter x Hunter. It, like like I guess in a little way, like Naruto also had that whole thing about Boruto being completely emotionally detached from his father, that whole thing. And then I guess there's another show. Which show was it? I guess Dragon Ball. I'm not really sure that much about Dragon Ball, but I have seen Dragon Ball Z, and I do remember the whole Dragon Ball Z and a little bit of yeah, like the Frieza saga and the whole Buu saga, all that. I've seen that, and I do know and like remember like the whole thing with Goku as well, like how he was also wasn't able to spend time with Gohan because he just died, and he was in heaven and all that stuff. So I do remember this is like a whole thing, like in shonen shows, like the dad is always missing somehow, like due to some unforeseen circumstances, like some stuff that you cannot change. So this was at the beginning, I was like, oh, it's like the same formula, but I guess in this there's actually a reason behind it, like a pretty good reason, a pretty sensible reason. Like, yeah, I cannot take my kid to a war zone, so I have to keep him back. And like that is why they have left them, Hana over here. And it makes sense, unlike all the other shonens where there's like a very easy way to just like counter that whole thing about his father. Like, there's like a lot of ways that you can, I don't know, like the whole thing about like for example Boruto. Let's just take Boruto. The whole thing with Naruto and Boruto, their whole disconnection, it can easily be changed. It could easily be changed. Like I can understand, like like Naruto might be very busy, this and that, all of that stuff, but they're still living in the same village. Like it could have been changed, and they could have done something better with it, but they kept that whole thing going up until the middle of the show, where like I'm not going to talk about that show, but like I really didn't like that whole part. And this is the thing, like I always hated this part of this thing that happens where you follow a journey about a certain character. Like for example, here you've in Shaman King we followed the journey of Yo, and in Naruto we followed the journey of Naruto, and now we have the second generation. And then we get to see in Naruto how he completely like how he has like his whole situation is just so bad, and every like the whole focus is on Boruto, and it's just like like I don't know, I don't like this whole like thing where the character that we have just bonded with for so much, like he's shown in such a weird way that he's represented in the sequels. And I was thinking this was going to happen here as well, because like the first thing I get to know about when I start this this Shaman King Flowers is that Yo is not at home, and it's so bad that he doesn't even remember how his dad looks like. I guess it like makes sense now because he doesn't have his memories and all that stuff, and also the fact that his dad has left him at home because of that thing. But when it started at the beginning, obviously at that point I didn't know that he has like Hana has died and all of this has happened. So I was like, oh, that's just sucks, doesn't it? Like, and I was like, how can this like happen? Like, we've seen Yo isn't the type of person who would just leave Hana and just like go on his own journey. And I was thinking, are they going to do like a whole Naruto thing again where we're just going to be like, I don't know, like frustrated about how the character that we have followed for so long, how how in a weird situation he's here in this new generation. Are we going to have that thing again here, just like Naruto? Because I didn't really like that. So I was like, I was a little bit concerned, and I really was like thinking like, why? Like, is it really that bad? Like, where are they even? That and then little by little, as the like episodes went on, like I little by little understand that, oh, they're probably in a situation where they cannot come home. But still, there was a part of me that was thinking that, yeah, even if you cannot come home, like I don't know, like just like a little bit of contact, maybe like something. But now I understand like a lot better why this is happening. Like today's episode and the previous episode where we saw how Hana died, it's obvious. It's pretty obvious why they haven't taken Hana with them, because of that, and they don't want to put him in any type of trouble or any type of life-threatening situation. That is why they are doing this, and they themselves are pretty preoccupied with this whole thing, so they cannot come home as well. It makes sense. So I don't know, I think I'm a lot glad. I'm at least like, how I was at the beginning, how I thought this was going to go. The fact that it's not going in that direction, I'm pretty glad about that, because it's just I don't like the whole thing about like how this character we've followed up until now, how they have completely just how they're like a changed person in this new generation, that kind of thing. I don't like that. And at least here there's like a very good reason, like and yeah, it's just that kind of thing. Anyways, but yeah, I'm glad that there's like an actual proper good reason, not even like a reason, but an actual good reason for this. And yeah, also another thing, I think I just understood what has happened. So I'm guessing Hana and not Hana, sorry, what's his name? Yo and Anna are stuck in this. They cannot come back. Are they dead? They're like in this form, in this spirit form with how now? Because I'm pretty sure in the first episode, oh no, that was different. That was they weren't really. Oh no, never mind. Scratch that. That is something different. But how said that you guys don't have bodies. So by that, I'm concluding that they're still stuck, or maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened, but there is a possibility that they're still stuck. You know what? I don't think so, because like someone has to take Hana and like transport him and bring him back to Japan, and give Tamao the responsibility. The fact that I think Anna did that has happened. Obviously, that proves that Anna was able to come back after that, after dying. And I'm sure Yo also somehow was able to come back. Like for a moment, I was thinking like, oh wait, are they still stuck? Because How was saying that you don't have body. There we go. Your bodies were thrown to shreds. Okay, and here you can see Anna. Anna like said here, and then we had like a transition where we changed from Anna to Alumi, and Alumi says, "Do you want me to spill the beans about your pathetic last fight in the Great Spirit?" After the second said that, the god quickly relented. Right. Wow. So Anna just threatened the god. Right. Okay. There you go. So yeah, that thing. You know what? I'm kind of glad. I'm glad that we are pretty clear now as to why Yo is not here, and there's a good reason for that. Unlike a lot of other shows that I've seen that completely butchered this whole section. Whenever like new generation shows come out, there's always this I don't know, like this fear that, oh my god, they're going to just butcher the person that we've grown up with, who we've followed the journey with. They're just going to like completely, I don't know, yeah, like completely butcher the character, just so that the new person, the new main character can prosper. Like the person who we have followed up until now, they end up getting the short end of the stick. That is actually what happens, just so that the new main character can grow. the character that we have followed up until now, he's just left in the dust. And that is something that I absolutely hate from the bottom of my heart. Like, why? And I genuinely was thinking that was going to happen here as well. But from looking at this, I don't think that's what's going to happen. Like, because they actually have a pretty good reason why they have left Hana home. And yeah. And I'm pretty sure they cannot come home because of some kind of a reason. They're probably stuck somewhere, somehow, and they cannot come. So yeah, there you go. I'm glad about that at least. Either way, that was that, and you can see here how not how, sorry, Johanne was like, wait, so Anna has already met. Like, here's another thing. You can see how these people that, like, like Johanne's dad, how he's like, oh, we're going to revive the, like, like Asakura branch. We are descendants of how this and that, blah blah blah. We are the proper like successors and all that, and like they're just having this whole, like, throwing this whole tantrum. While I literally said this in the previous episode, I was like, while you guys are doing that, how is literally helping us out? Like, what a weird thing. Like, like, imagine, like, the god that they're thinking that has been mistreated, that god is our someone who we're pretty, like, like, good friends with, I guess, in a way. And like, it's just so weird seeing this whole thing. And how, you can see now here, like, Johann is like, wait, so Anna met them? And they're actually little by little realizing that, yeah, like, these guys actually have a good relationship. How and like, this Asakura, like, main family. Um, something like that, I guess. It's just so bizarre, like, like, it's literally like, they're like, oh, we're going to revive the Asakura, we're going to, like, take revenge for Hao, while Hao is just sitting reviving reviving Anna, Yo, and Hana when they're dead. He's just helping us out, while here on Earth these people are just going crazy because they think Hao has been, misrepresented, like, mistreated, like how they are the worthy successors, this and that, like, just while over there Hao's just chilling, like, great. um so yeah, now all of that is happening, and then we get to see that the shrine, it disappears, and that's when Alumi's like, oh, they got us, and she says they have already recovered it. Either our memories have been erased, or worse, time was stopped. Yeah, so either they stopped time or they erased their memory so they don't remember what happened. Yeah, but they somehow were able to get Amidamaru and they just left. Um, okay, so that was that. And then later on, we get to see Hana's depressed. And Oboro has been recovered, however, Amidamaru hasn't been. And then Luca also apologizes, and she's like, I'm sorry, But Alum is like, you cannot do anything in that situation. Like, they're too strong. And now here, obviously, they ask a good question. Who is this other group? Who are they? And Alum says that the are rivals of the Flower of Mace. She says, like, to ask your sister. So Luca knows what's going on, and she obviously says, like, I don't want you to get involved, this and that, like, and I was thinking they were going to at least explain what this Flower of Maze is. Luca's going to explain it, but Luca starts talking about how she's sorry and how she did this to protect Johanna, this and that, and the conversation doesn't really go forward from there. So I guess we'll get to know later, and you get to see, like, just Hana just starts walking into the water, and yeah, and you can see she's like, oh, like, what's the point? I cannot die, so I cannot die. And Alum is like, come on, like, if the Uni comes out again, it's going to be, yeah, it's going to be bad. And you can see Hana's like, oh, I'm not going to lose at you, against you at a fight, and he was just, like, underestimating Alumi, but Alumi comes and just whacks him in the head. And she's like, yeah, without Amidamaru, you cannot do anything. How long are you planning to wallow in your misfortune? And this is another thing. I feel like this is like another common theme of like the new generation shows, is that since usually when there's a new generation show, that would mean the previous generation, whether it's the dad's generation who we have followed, they had a good ending, they had a happy ending, and probably everything is at peace. So that is where it starts, unlike where the main character in the previous generation, where they started from, it was pretty damn bad, and they little by little make everything okay, and world is at peace. And then in that peaceful world, in comes our new generation, and this new generation, they take that peace for granted, and they act like a brat. Like that is another thing you can see, like as Alumi says here, that stop wallowing in your misfortune. How long are you going to do that? This is such a common theme among the new generation shows as well, like wallowing in misfortune. The fact that their dad are so accomplished in itself just makes the kids go into depression. And they are always like, why doesn't dad why is dad not here? Why is dad not paying attention to me? This and that, this whole like issue like pops up. Because it makes sense, I guess. Like your dad is so accomplished, and everyone expects you to be like someone like that, following in his step. And while you're here just sitting and thinking like, oh, I just want to be myself, that kind of thing. So this is another new like thing that happens so many like new generation shows, like this wallowing in misfortune. And you can see Hana also struggles from the same, and the fact that his dad is not here in itself becomes a big thing that stresses him out even more, and he doesn't even know what to think, like expect, and what to like think about, because he doesn't even remember his dad properly. You don't know what type of person he is, all that stuff. That is why there's always a part of him, he's just like fighting inside of him, he's just fighting like a shadow, which is his dad. He doesn't remember what type of person he is, what type of personality he has. He just knows that he's a great person, and that's it. He's just fighting against him inside of him, trying to be someone who is worthy of being called his son, that kind of thing. That's always what's happening. And since he doesn't even have a proper idea of what type of person his dad is, he's just heard stories about him, he doesn't know what he's fighting against, and he's always like always like this depressed. And whenever his dad's name comes up, he just goes crazy. He's like, don't talk about my dad, that kind of thing. And yeah, so yeah, he needs to fix this. Obviously he has to, and I'm pretty sure he will, because now that Amidama is not here, I think he's going to go through a lot of character development. Because as they say, you don't understand the meaning of someone unless and until they disappear, that kind of thing. So yeah, either way, so while all of this is happening, Tamao comes in, and Tamao's like, oh, you guys, come on, let's go, like just let's go and have some dinner. And Ryu also comes in. The new Ryu, I forgot his name, he also comes in, and he's very fascinated. He's like, wow, like you, the legendary Ryu-san is here, and okay, so here we go. Here is where Tamao asks what's her name, Alumi, that is red sub, and said I'm doing well. And she kind of makes a weird face, and she's like, yeah, and then she's like, oh, you'll join us, won't you? And Alumi's like, no, I'm pretty sure they're waiting for me. And she leaves. Obviously something was weird was going on here, you can see, because Alumi just leaves like that. Yeah. And after that, like Yohane and Luca were invited in by them, and they go together to their house. Now here is where that whole thing starts with Alumi. So Alumi talks to her spirits about the whole situation, and about Hana's Oni, and how himself wasn't able to take control of that Oni, so that is why he put it in Hana. And they were like, wait, so why did they put him in Hana? For what reason, if how himself cannot do anything? And and I guess like that's what like I thought that yeah, that he probably did that because he thinks that Hana might be able to do something about it. That's why. And I think Alumi doesn't really say that, but Alumi says something which is similar to that. She says that he put the Oni in Hana because he needs the help of the Oni and to fight whatever fight he's fighting, house fighting. You know that the other like person that he's fighting, the shaman Yves or something like that. He needs the Oni's help or the Oni's control for that, and to do that, he put it in Hana, expecting Hana to probably get it under control, and like then we'll get a new ally, that kind of thing. And that's why Anna also sent her in case the Oni comes out, and that's why Alumi is here taking care of the situation. Okay, then we go back to like our like Hana's place, and a few stuff happens here. Like over there, Ryu is crazy happy. He's like, oh my god, the two legendary Tamao and Ryu, both of them are over here. Like I can't believe it. All like all that stuff. While over there, Johanna is pretty happy. Luca's embarrassed because she feels responsible. Over there, Hanagumi comes in and they are like, oh my god, this is Johanne, like like the like Hao's predecessor. No, sorry, not predecessor, sorry, successor. Um, or descendant, whatever you call. And yeah, and they like start like fiddling with him, while Hana just leaves because obviously he's frustrated. Yeah, and you can see that Lucas also like, yeah, I can understand his feeling. Even I cannot be happy because it was because of me that all of this happened. However, Hanagumi is like, come on, like don't think of it like that. And she's like, don't you want your brother to become worthy enough for the Asakura line? Like you have to be strong. And they also say like, I'm pretty sure Amidamor is fine. He's way strong for them to completely like do something about him. So I don't think they can do anything to Amidamaru as well. So don't worry about it. We'll get them back. So there you go. That was that. And then we come to that section with Red 7 Serum. Like I said, this part was so weird, but I have a feeling that, like I said, it can go in two directions. Sometimes anime do this. They do this to troll you. They make something so looks extremely suspicious, but in the end, it ends up being something completely normal and just like, stupid in general. Like, usually what happens in these type of situations is that they are planning like a welcome party. That's one of the most common tropes in anime, where they make characters look extra suspicious. They, in the end, this has become like a whole trope. In the end, we get to see they're just doing a welcome party. That's why they're keeping it either a welcome party or a birthday party or something related to that. That's why they try to keep everything hush hush, making them look suspicious. So it can go in that direction, or it might actually be something serious. Like Alumi is correct to be concerned about it. So yeah, but I don't know. I still don't see these two. Why would these two go against us? It makes no sense. I don't know. But let's wait. Either way, Alumi is like, I don't trust them. So yeah, they're probably keeping an eye on us. Another good thing that Alumi says is that this is one thing that I'm also kind of like I don't know, like this also kind of made me think about it a little bit more, is that she says that, haven't you noticed, first of all, Grandpa Mikihasa's spirit should be here, it isn't here. Now, you cannot like assume like base that these two has done something to it. It can be something else. So this is not the point what I'm concerned about. The point that I'm concerned about is what he says later. Where is that part? Okay, it's not just that. Here we go. The spirit ally golem, when we were at Fumbari Onsen, it started activating even though it should have been completely dormant. The golem seals spirits inside. It is an extremely rare mechanical oval soul, which means it's exactly the same as that thing of theirs, that triangular thing. Only a few shamans can use that system. Can you still say there's no? This is something that I am also thinking about. Like, I do want an explanation for this as well. If this ends up being a red herring, if this really ends up being something that is completely normal and they're not in any way suspicious, I do wonder, this is probably just be a coincidence. But still, this one point that she made me think a little bit as well. But let's wait and see. Like I said, it can be completely a false flag. Now later we get to see Hana is just sad, sitting down, and he's like, I just realized I cannot do anything without Amidamaru, how weak I am. And he remembers the past where Amidamaru used to train him, and Amidamaru told him that, like, your father Yodono was the strongest of them all, and he always used to say, try to feel compassion for your enemy if you know them. No, to feel compassion for your enemy is to know them, and be able to prevail. Yeah, that's why your father Yodono was the strongest of all. Like, we know that, we've seen Shaman King, we've seen how Yo works. So he says that, trying to make Hana understand. Hana's like, shut up, what are you saying? Like, he punches him. Oh my god, that's funny. Anyways, and yeah, Hana's just like, come on, like, what the hell, like, like, you said to feel compassion for your enemies, and now you yourself get captured. And while he's talking about all of this, suddenly someone just starts talking from the back, and he's like, oh, you love talking to yourself, don't you? I love how Hana's like, wait, did you just hear me talking about that? That's embarrassing. Either way, now here's the thing, Hana literally picks a fight with him. Obviously, I can understand he's pretty damn pissed at himself. That's why he picks a fight at him, trying to lash out. But he probably thought that this is just a normal dude. But then he brings out his oversoul, and Hana's like, wait, what? Okay, this part. He's like, an Oni? Yeah, he does dodge it though, which is pretty impressive. Without Amidamaru or anything, he just dodged it on his own. And he says that, oh, why does this guy have an oversoul? And is he who Alumi was talking about? I doubt that. I think we literally saw him in the opening. He's going to be one of the main characters, I'm guessing. Either way, yeah, like, I think he probably picked the fight with him because he didn't think that he has an oversoul. That's why he picked a fight with him. And like, just think about it. Like, who the hell, like, stands on the top of a roof like that with that crazy hairstyle? Obviously, he must be one of the main characters. Come on, Hana. You should know that. Oh my god. But anyways, jokes aside, yeah, I think Hana's probably going to use his Onis, because that's the only way I see him getting out of this situation. Or someone else will come and help him out here. But I think he might use his Onis, because that is another thing. Like, the Dark Oni might be difficult. It might be troublesome. However, how about the other three? Like, the other Onis that we saw, those little Onis, big Onis, and the Oni from Mount Osore. I'm sure he can control them or ask them for help. So who knows? Let's wait and see. And yeah, there you go. That is it. That was my reaction to episode 6 of Shaman King Flowers. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Shaman King Flowers. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.